healthcare system in this country is an abomination. Anyone who is not just frothing at the mouth in government wanting to change it should not be listened to, should not be followed, should not be voted for. And I was always told that if you socialized it, if you did this Medicare for all, and get a load of this one, you wouldn't be able to get in to see a doctor. All right, two things. One, are you implying that it's good that people can't afford to go to the doctor so that the lines are shorter? Two, have you tried to get into a doctor now? This is insanity. People don't even think anymore. They're just repeating the little lines that they've been told. So I don't have insurance yet, different job. And I'm hypothyroid, okay? And they love that because you got to stay on medicine for the rest of your life. They probably would like everybody to have something like that. But anyway, they keep making you have checkups. You can just get the medicine, and then they keep making you have checkups so they can get another bill. And there may be some good doctors out there. People are a bit hypocritical when they go off on police and they don't mention doctors. Because there might be some good doctors out there, but for the most part, it is such a predatory industry, the medical industry. It is predatory. I can remember in Middle Tennessee, there was two big pieces of property. One of them I saw the person built, it's fairly new. And I would drive by it often, this person building his property up. I didn't know who it was at the time. And he made this big, luxurious house, this big piece of land. You could see all of it from the road. And this big garage, and it almost looked like he had a helipad or something out there. And it just, like I said, looks like something like Lord of the Rings. Babbling brook and little waterfalls, just luxurious. And then this other property, even 15, 20 years ago, it was over $1.5 million. And for Tennessee, that's a pretty good clip. Giant size house, huge property, huge barns. They're both owned by doctors. That's why I don't pay too much attention to the average income in the United States or average income in the state. Because if one person's making a penny and the next person's making $1 million, they average $500,000. That's stupid. But what bothers me about this is how crushing medical debt can be. It's crushing. And then you look at the doctors. You look at their houses. You look at the vehicles. They're living like that because they're charging us enough to completely destroy us. And I mean for multiple generations. And they've even made it where bankruptcy won't save you in a lot of cases. But the answer, it's one thing connected to the other, because if more people can go to the doctor and can afford it, it's not crippling them, you're going to need more medical personnel. Well, how's that going to happen? You're going to have to make school more affordable. Anybody that likes it the way it is, I can't say and post this video what should happen to them. You've got to be sick in the head. Sick. I mean, you need to see a doctor yourself, if it would help. And just to give you an example, I could draw a chart for this. Years and years ago, had a broken arm. Didn't have insurance. The first medical place I went to, the bill was $15,000. This was years ago. More than 15 years ago. And the surgery, I finally had to have that done. It was over $20,000. And then I forgot how to pronounce it, esthetician, whatever, got another bill from them, another $5,000. So you do the math on that. $40,000 for one broken arm. 40,000. $7.25 an hour, federal minimum wage. If you keep every penny you make, is $15,000 a year. You need 3 years to pay for that. Every dime. I have a little bit left over. Certainly more than 2. And people aren't talking about this very hard. I mean, it is to me, the government should be prosecuted for doing this. This is the fact. I don't care how capitalist you are, to have this in capitalism and healthcare, and to this extent. I mean, it's demonic. Anybody who is not for ending this some way, if they don't want socialism, they don't want something like that, come up with something. But to think, oh yeah, it's fine just the way it is. You go to hell. And I just imagine there's people that's had a lot worse than me. And insurance won't help all that much. Certainly doesn't help with dental care, I can tell you that much. It's a joke. Throw $1,000 at you. If all you need is your teeth clean, you're fine. If you need anything else, you better have some money on hand. And I was told, I've been refused from a lot of doctors, not just here. They're not taking new patients, Filled up. It's getting to the point where you literally cannot find one. I finally got to this one, and I'd have to have the money up front because I don't have insurance yet. Have to have the money up front. As opposed to what? Or else what? And how crazy is that? I mean, it's certainly medicine that I need, but what if it was something that's deadly? Just imagine that for a second. If you're broke, you got no insurance, you got no money, and it's life or death, are they just going to turn you away and let you die? I mean, is this what we've turned into? And you notice, leaving everything else aside, what's this president done about health care? To fix any of that stuff I just mentioned. How about the last one? What'd he do? How about Trump in his first term? Sadly, as terrible as Obamacare is, at least it was something. It's trash, but it's something. Now, I never want to defend him, but I want to gripe about that. And what have you done? What have you done? I'll tell you, the people who are okay with the way it is are already getting Medicare. That's what's going on there. This has got to change. This has absolutely got to change. I don't know how. But if you're voting for someone who thinks this system is fine, run that by them as a question. If you think this system is fine. If they just hit you with verbal foam peanuts and nonsense, talking in circles, jibber jabber, without telling you this whole thing has got to be redone. This can't work. People are getting rich from it, and then other people multi-generational debt. Bad health, poor health hits somebody, takes every penny they got, runs them into debt, they die, and then their family gets it. Or somebody just takes all their property. Well, it could have gotten passed on to their relatives, which seems to be the goal. This country has got to provide for its people. And it's not. It's not. So they're going to have to make a choice. Maybe take some of that money you're giving Israel. Something like that. I mean, what are we? They want to say we don't have, you don't have borders, you don't have a country. You don't have health care. People just dying in the street because they can't go to see a doctor. And you're worried about some stupid border. Heard somebody griping about that this immigrant or that immigrant can go to the doctor. Oh, well, that's just atrocious, isn't it? I can't. Ever have somebody in your family get cancer with insurance? How's that work out? Pay for everything or basically nothing? If you're voting for anyone who is not wanting to completely disrupt this system as far as Medicare goes, healthcare. If they're not even mentioning healthcare. If they are, it's nothing. Foam peanuts, as I said. What are you doing? What are you voting for? Seriously. At this point, what are you voting for? Somebody that says mean stuff about this or that person? Somebody wants to do hateful stuff to this or that foreign person? Somebody's got nice tweets? What are they fixing? What are they doing for you? What are you voting for? Who are you voting for? Or why are you voting for them? Show me on paper. I stand by it. You want to talk about anything else being an abomination? The abomination is the healthcare system in this country. And my state may be one of the worst, Tennessee.